Hey everyone, welcome back to Input, and in this video, as you can see, I've got Combiner Wars Minosaur right here. I also have him with the upgraded hands and feet. Now, why am I taking a look at the hands and feet by themselves? When everybody else has done this, everybody else has talked about this to the nth degree. Well, it's really quite simple. These are KO hands and feet, guys. I know, what the hell? A KO from from a third-party company? Yeah, somebody ripped off a third-party company. Weird, right? But I'm not too sure if it's a true ripoff. From what I can tell, that these are pretty much spot on. There's really no size difference, no size. It functions the same. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It is the newer mold of Perfect Effects hands, so no skeleton fingers, no tube fingers or whatever. Splits open just the same. You rotate it around. You flip these back. I guess you got to flip the handle down for the gun, don't you? Boom. And you got your laser rifle. Same thing with the feet. The feet transform into two giant miniguns, respectively. So, now, why am I bragging about these? Well, they were like $18 shipped off of eBay. These are really, really, really good plastic. They feel exactly the same. And the whole reason why I didn't get the entire upgrade kit is because I don't like the centerpiece for this Motormaster mold. I really don't care for it. I don't like the way that it keeps the legs sticking out. It just looks really awkward to me that he loses all articulation here in the waist pivot and all this stuff right here in this section. He loses all of that articulation. Plus, on top of that, I don't mind backpacks on my Transformers. I understand the kibble has to go somewhere. But I find it really ridiculous that when you separate these guys into robot mode, Motormaster or Prime or whoever that you have that kit attached to has this huge backpack on him. That stuff really only works for people who don't have any plans of ever displaying their combiners in anything but their combined mode. For people like me, who like to change things up a bit, I was really only interested mainly in the hands and feet. However, I still am interested in the other add-on stuff, such as Minosaur's alternate head here, and the new piece for the sword that goes in the middle. But what I wanted to take a look at today was, how do these KO hands and feet really stand up to the Hasbro foot guns, hand and foot guns from Combiner Wars? Well, it stands up really well, actually. I know there are some people who don't like the Combiner hands, but love the Combiner feet and all that stuff, so they rather have the hands, the Hasbro hands versus the third-party hands and whatnot. So, but here we go. So here's a look at this. The reason why I think people like the Hasbro stuff hand over the third-party hand is really honestly because of the size of the hand. If you see Minosaur, let me adjust my camera for you. If you see Minosaur's hand, it's big, but it's not as big, right? Like, it just doesn't really complement his size too well. Now the feet, on the other hand, complement his size a lot better than the hand and foot guns. Yeah, I think enough said on that one. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Everybody in their entire world who's into Transformers knows this. Okay, now everybody has their differing opinions. Now, what I do want to do sometime in the future is combine the two together. I think that'd be really cool. I really do like this I really like the hands having guns. I really do like that, but I also love the articulation on these. So, like I said, I do like the idea. And the plastic, plastic is pretty much the same color. I'm looking at it off camera. This hand, the third-party hand, is a slightly darker hue in the purple than the actual Hasbro one, but it's so close, honestly, you really can't tell. It's very hard to tell. So, here we go. Let's get into the review of even further into the review of the hands and feet. These knockoff hands and feet. And like I keep saying, for the bang for your buck, you really can't go wrong with these guys at all whatsoever. These things are freaking awesome, man. And if you're really into the Hasbro stuff like I am versus the third-party stuff, you know, you don't really have to worry too much. Now, I will say, if you guys do get these hands and feet off of eBay, like I did, they only cost, like I said, about $20 shipped for the hands and feet. That being said, however, if you're buying them for any mold, off-road mold or Ironhide or anything like that, guys, be really, really careful. From what I've noticed, Ironhide's port is slightly smaller than Breakdown's port and everybody else's port. Found that out the hard way. The foot actually split his port. And I know he's holding it. He's holding the leg up. He's holding the foot really well. But it did split it. Trust me on that. It's split big time. Can he balance? I'm going to set him over here. All right. You know what they say about the one-legged man in the ass-kicking contest. Let me take this off. I mean, it sticks in there well enough, but the peg is slightly bigger. And you can see right there where it's split. And it's not just a stress fracture, it's a split. Yeah. So be careful with this mold. I'm not blaming anybody for it. I'm really not. You know, if it's anybody's fault, really. You know, it's my fault for buying third-party anything. But everything else, like I said, I put this foot in Breakdown. It fit fine. I took everybody apart and put this foot into everybody else's peg. So I put it up with drag strip and everything else. And everything went in the peg fine. So it's definitely something with off-road. And I just, out of precaution, I extend that to Trailbreaker and Ironhide and all those guys respectively. So basically anybody who uses this mold, and that goes with all the TFCC figures and whatnot. So I don't know why I'm having problems with him. That's probably because I'm trying to do it through the camera, maybe. I'm trying to snap him back together. There we go. So put him over here. Now let's take a look at the Hasbro foot versus the third-party foot. Holy crap, dude! Look how much height. How much height that adds. That is ridiculous. And just like every other one, it splits apart. You flip it open. Bring this down, like so. Turn it around, flip out this peg, and now you got this ion minigun thing. So that's pretty freaking awesome, especially if you're using a bigger Voyager or whatever. Now these do look really weird on deluxes, but yeah. And for whatever reason, the camera is showing these up more blue. I'm assuming it's the light, but these are not that blue. These are very, very purple. So, and you can do that with both of them. Boom. So, and it also has the peg that keeps your giant Gestalt stationary. Come here. Just pull them up. There we go. So if you don't like the ball joint aspect, just like the Perfect Effects, you've got 2. Now, I will say this. Putting the guy, sorry, as he falls, tips over, putting the guy on this peg does look really, really weird, especially with the foot. It sticks the foot a lot further back than what it really should be. But the ball joints on here are tight enough. And if you're really that worried about it, you can actually swap the foot to the other side and it won't pull it out. You lose that inward articulation, see? You lose that. See how far he can't go to one side versus the other side. That's because this foot, you know, it's supposed to go in one way, like this. But if you swap the feet around, he can only go that far. So something to keep in mind if you get these third-party feet, whether you get the knockoff or not, totally up to you. But like I said, this is something that people who are not wanting the entire kit for this mold, for this Optimus or Motormaster, whatever mold, this 18-wheeler mode, Combiner Wars 18-wheeler mode, definitely something that I think people should keep in mind, that if you want an upgraded look at really half the cost, sorry guys, I'm really trying to get him pegged back in there, but like I said, it did split. So, push him back. If you really want an upgraded look for your combiners at half the cost, and you really like the way that Hasbro did it and stuff, oh yeah, man, feel free, grab some off of eBay. And as you see right there's Unicron. Was this Cybertron Armada, the Unicron trilogy, Unicron before the original one. You see how tall he is with those new feet. So, like I said, it's a great option for people who really, really like the look of the way that they sit and everything else, but don't necessarily like the Hasbro hand and feet guns. And I really, honestly, truly think, I don't really think there's anybody out there who likes, you know what, I'm just going to set that down there. I really think there's not a whole lot of people out there who like the Hasbro hand and foot gun as a foot. So, yeah. Like I said, guys, pop on eBay and pick these up if you really want to. And since you've seen them next to Unicron, I'll do a size comparison with my Titans Return custom Megatron. G1 comic style Megatron. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this review, and like I said last time, play with your toys and enjoy them. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, take care of your toys, guys, and you know, they'll take care of you. Something or other. Yeah. All right. Peace out. Cut it out. Later.